Welcome to the 2.5 Citizens podcast. I'm Zen.
And I'm Pablo.
And let's get right into some real stuff here. Now, this week's been spicy. It's also been, let's just get this out there, season 3.
Season 3.
It's season 3.
We out here. We married.
We married to the game.
3, bro. Yeah.
Season 3. Ooh. Yo. I told Alicia this the other day. I said, if you're counting in Caucasian, 1, 2, 3. If you're counting in hip hop, 1, 2, 3. There's something about it.
Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah.
There's something about it. If you counting in hip hop, it's backwards. Like it's 1, 2, 3. I got 3 on it.
Yep.
3. That's childish.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I mean?
I'm not a kid. Like, I'm not in pre-K, bro.
Exactly.
Like, I know
you
how
gotta
to
pump
count.
up with the okay symbol, turn to the side.
Yep. And
So-
and for your tinfoil hats out there, no, we're not in the Illuminati. Otherwise, we'd be richer.
Real talk. If I was in the Illuminati, if I was in the Illuminati, I would not be voicing opinions.
No.
For sure.
No. I'd just chill and like own the world.
Yeah, 100%. So I want to get right into it. We were both talking about this Chappelle special that just came out. So Dave Chappelle put out The Closer, right?
The GOAT, the mastermind,
and
Chef's Kiss.
So he put out The Closer. He says in the special it's going to be his last special for a minute.
Yeah, which I'm sad.
I'm not so much, because to me, we've got a lot of specials back to back from him. I kind of want to let things sit.
Overexposure can be bad.
I want to let things sit. I want, right now, every single time he puts something out, it causes a stir. And he knew that. And he knew that this last one was going to cause a stir. And he wanted to just address everything. And I think he wants to just let the climate change. Mm-hmm. Like, I really think, like, when he came back to a way different climate.
Yeah.
And people not even really knowing him for the original thing everyone else knew him for.
Yeah.
It almost seems like now he's being known for being wild or whatever.
Yeah. And
in
like,
people's eyes.
The thing that Dave always says is that stand-up and comedy in itself is an art form that needs to be protected. In this climate that we live in today, it seems like it's going away.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going away, because I've been seeing actually like more and more comedians, but I've been definitely seeing the fight against it.
Yeah.
Like, people get annoyed that comedians can say whatever they want allegedly and then just be able to say, well, it was just a joke. Mm-hmm. For whenever, like, they get in trouble. Mm-hmm. But that's the thing about it, is, like, anytime a comedian's trying, like, every time a comedian's saying something, usually for the most part, anytime you see them say something, they're just trying to make a joke.
Exactly.
They're trying to get the laugh.
So, like, it's difficult because it's not like you're a band. You know, like, let's say you're a band and you wrote a new song, and you play that song live, and that song is garbage. Like, the backlash is going to be different from when you're a comedian and you're saying things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're always testing material.
So you're always testing material. Every time you're on stage, you're working out, right? Yeah. And then the thing with it is, you don't, like, all right, when you write a song, you at least have other people in the band that are like, yeah, no, this song's good.
Yeah.
They worked on it together a lot of the times. Or if not, like, there's something where you can sit and listen to it. You can record it, see how it makes you feel, test the water, see how it makes other people feel. With stand-up, you can write a joke, be like, I think this might be funny. Let me test this out on stage in front of people.
Yeah, and see if it really is
And then if
funny.
it doesn't hit, you're like, okay, didn't work, back to the drawing board. Mm-hmm. And then if somebody takes that and then takes it out of the context of what you're doing and then just puts it out word for word in a written article,
then you're just like,
you look
crazy.
fucking wild.
Yeah.
Imagine if half the shit that we said was just taken out into print.
Yeah.
Without any of, like, inflection, without any nuance, any of the context of what we're saying it in.
Yeah.
So, like, someone could have a whole story.
Bro, all your Latinx quotes would just be, all your Latinx quotes would just be crazy.
But I'm Latinx.
They'd be like, bro, this man said Hispanic Uncle Tom, bro. He hates his own people.
So that's the thing, though, is like, you can take anything out of context, put it up there, and it just look insane.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know, man. It's that's why I respect, like, when they tell you to put your phones away, like,
yeah.
when they lock them up and shit.
Yeah.
Because I've just seen way too many times that, like, comedians that I genuinely enjoy that like I understand their humor get taken out of context. Like any single time Bill Burr tries, like they try to cancel Bill Burr, like bro like
Bill
you
Burr
don't.
is too much of a goat. Like
Yeah.
he's not. I don't think he like. He knows he's a white guy and he's making fun of himself for it.
Yeah.
Like,
but he's also like, he's always like a contrarian. He's always just taking other sides. He's always just thinking of things where it's like, oh, I didn't think about it like that, but it's funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And like that's the whole thing with Dave Chappelle with this one. It was to make you think.
Exactly.
But I'm glad that there was definitely jokes. Like before, for these past YouTube specials and stuff that he's been doing, that he's just been putting out, it more seems like he's just been trying to say something.
Yeah.
And then because of everything he's done, we just listen.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got like his points or whatever, but this was legitimate like comedy.
Yeah.
And he had a message and he had like a point that he was trying to get across.
Right.
So, you know, we're going to be spoiling whatever the fuck because we're assuming that you guys have done y'all's homework and watched this.
But if you haven't, go watch it, come back,
and then you can hear us talk about it. Because the second when he goes like, when he tells, I just want you guys to stop punching down on my people.
Bro,
it's a matter of perspective for real.
No, for sure. And like, he even goes into like when he's like, please don't abort the baby. And guys, if you're pro-life, come on, don't abort the baby. Because he's saying like, bro, this man was wild before any of this stuff.
Now, what I will say though, I think he kind of put him on blast because a lot of the general population
did not know about
a lot
the
of
Walmart.
The people, did not know about the Walmart thing.
I knew about the Walmart thing.
So now they're like, whoa.
Yeah.
He's homophobic and a murderer?
But like, that's what I'm saying, where it's like, that Walmart thing could have came out at any point and it would have not done anything to his career. It might have made him even hotter as an artist because you'd be like, oh,
same
he's
thing
hard.
with what, doesn't Gucci have a murder case he beat?
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg has a murder case he beat.
Like, please, before you cancel us too, think about the fact that it's crazy that a person could have killed someone and it do nothing to its career, just be like an other thing. But the fact that like he said some homophobic stuff, it's like ending his career.
So this is what,
and I think it is because do you think it's because LGBTQ has white people in it?
Yeah,
because that's the point that Dave is making.
So here's the thing about it all is like, it's not a choice if you truly identify with it, but it's a choice to identify with it, if that makes sense. So like you could be gay and be closeted and be in your mind about it and have those feelings, but you could also choose to not say something about it and not truly be you.
Yeah.
And then not have to deal with the same things that like the LGBTQ community deals with. But when you're black or Hispanic, you don't have that choice to not identify with it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't identify with your culture, the rest of the world identifies you with your culture.
Right.
So it's like, not that being gay is a choice, not that being trans is a choice, but to some people, it's trendy and fun to experiment. It's kind of like that white boy fun shit, which I definitely have subscribed to, which is like playing all those gay jokes, doing all these things where it's like, because
like
you don't have to like be ridiculed and all this kind of stuff all the time, you can choose to be different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can choose to be wild, as opposed to like, for a lot of people in our community, people might think we're wild, but that's just our culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, if like our aunts say something wild, they're not trying to be edgy.
No,
that's
they're not.
just
that's
a culture.
That's just literally what they think.
Exactly. So it's kind of like, oh, you know what I mean? Like now the conversation changes a little bit, where it's just like,
yo, if you try to have the pronoun conversation with like Hispanics, they're gonna laugh at your face.
Oh yeah, it's something that we try to educate, but it's hard when they're like always have something like more pressing. Yeah. Like, yo, I'm sorry, but like I'm not a citizen and I'm trying to figure out how to get an apartment, get a job, and like put food on the table. I don't have the time to think about pronouns. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then we're like, well, you got to be more mindful, you know, and of course they do. Yeah. But it's also like, yo, we have bigger fish to fry out here. Yeah. And than to be focusing, like we're still trying to deal with our rights and like citizenship and like not going back to a country we don't know. Yeah. I'm sorry that I don't have too much time to respect like the name you want to be called. Yeah. And I do, because I was born here and I ain't got as much of that struggle. Yeah. So I have a little more time to pay attention to pronouns. But the rest of the community don't.
So are you giving me a pass?
I'm giving you a pass, yeah.
Okay.
but not for very long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you're officialized, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap, dog.
It's a wrap. You're gonna have to start identifying me as they, he.
Okay.
Because I'm not 100% sure I flip flop.
What?
I'll send you a memo whenever.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But if you don't read it and like you call me the wrong, I'm gonna be upset.
Okay, that's fair.
So it's all on you, dog, to make sure that.
Bro, okay. So I'm gonna be a Theo.
All right.
And I'm pretty excited.
Oh my God. All right. So we're gonna briefly talk about this because what had happened was is that we basically were at your wedding, and so was home they. We don't know what they are yet.
I'll get into that too. Yeah.
So home they in the belly.
Yeah.
In the oven. It was proofing.
Cooking.
It was proofing.
Yeah.
And Alicia knew that shit. Like she went up there and she said she had that the Hispanic sense that they have like in the back of their head to be able to like
tell,
look and just like identify. Like she did a full scan, saw her drink, saw her demeanor, saw her situation, saw like everything, and said she pregnant.
Yep.
And looked at me and I'm like, I mean, I don't know, because I'm not gonna ask, right?
Yeah.
Like, yo, she pregnant?
Yeah.
Because homegirl's thinking. So when I saw the pregnancy announcement come out on the gram, I was like, oh shit, immediately sent it to Alicia. Like, you was right. You know what I mean? Like, all right. And then to see Elvira then post and say, it was at my wedding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did Elvira know?
No, none of us knew. So, they didn't tell us, and they came over to our apartment. We all had like dinner or whatever, and then they had like gifts, and then it's like, it's a housewarming gift for you guys, like blah blah blah. And Elvira pulls it out, and it's a T-shirt, and she's crying, and I'm like, what's on the T-shirt? Like,
did they just call her ugly on a T-shirt like this?
I was like, what's going on? And then she turns it, and it's like that one poster of the girl that's like flexing.
Yeah.
And
women's rights one.
Yeah, the women's rights one. But she's like Hispanic, and she's got like the Mexican flag like tattooed on her arm, and it says like La Tia Chingona. And then I get a T-shirt, and it says like Theo on it, and then like her parents get a T-shirt, and it says like Abuela, Abuelo.
Oh, so the whole squad was at the apartment.
Yeah.
Is it furnished now?
What, the apartment?
Yeah.
So we got our couch today.
All right.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
So where was I? Yeah, so everyone's crying.
Everyone gets T-shirts.
Yeah, everyone gets T-shirts. Everyone's crying. This whole thing, and then they were like, "We're not ready to announce because the baby's not far along enough yet to, if anything happened, like like
we
the
don't
danger
have to
zone."
have a retraction statement. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I knew after that, and then they finally posted. When they posted, or before they posted, Jesus texted in the group chat, like me, Elvira. He goes, "Hey, just wanted y'all to know that your sobrinix is fine and well. We saw the body, don't know the gender yet. But the fact that he said sobrinix, I was like, you a fool for that one, bro.
You a fool.
So, bro, I can't wait to be like the drunk Theo at like the birthday parties with like the modelo and like the piñata.
Bro, I'm actually really waiting for that shit because I feel those vibes already.
This baby's gonna be half white, so I have to overcompensate with the Hispanic stuff.
Yo, it is.
Yeah.
Damn. You're gonna be the most Hispanic uncle, huh? I'm thinking.
Well, I have to be.
Yeah.
Because I'm the only uncle. Because Jesus only has one sister.
Yo.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So I have to like really bring it. Like I have to just be plastered in a wife beater and Dickies, like grilling.
Dude, don't you? Are you excited for the point? Because I know, like in the beginning, like I think I like how far along we've done this season 3 because I wanted you to get out of the honeymoon stage.
Oh, of marriage?
Of before we really kind of get into like the throes. I think you still there.
Yeah.
But we more in the throes of the marriage now. Like I'm about to come up on my year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's been a minute, dog.
Mm-hmm.
And now you get to this place of comfortability where like you can break down a lot of these barriers where you can come out with the wife beater and the Dickies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because now it's like I'm here.
Yeah, I've arrived.
Yeah. You can now mature to that place.
Yeah.
So I'm excited because like that's the next goal, right? Like as Hispanics start losing their hair, we just shave it.
Yeah.
We get tatted.
Yep.
And we'd start drinking Modelo's.
Just like put the bandana on. Not even repping anything. Just gonna put it on.
Yeah. Well, that's why you have to put like a Mexican flag one or something that's just universal.
Yeah. Something
that's not like repping specific colors or anything like that. Yeah.
I mean, if we'd be in Nacogdoches, no one would care.
Are there no like official gangs out there?
There is, but they're silly, bro. What are they fighting about?
Horses and shit.
Yeah.
They're fighting about land.
Like, someone told me that there was like sections of like Bloods and Crips, and I was like, but why though?
Like, what hood y'all protecting?
Yeah.
So,
how many acres y'all repping?
I'm excited to see that because like
they pull up they're like, yo, this is County Road 233, cuz.
But I'm excited for this new chapter. I'm seeing a lot more people have kids. Mm-hmm. I ain't ready for that shit yet, but I like seeing it though.
Yeah, it's we're at an age where it's not like, oh shit, they got a kid.
I'm not even fronting. I'm kind of waiting to see where y'all are at with kids before I start thinking about that shit.
No, bro. I want to be at least 30.
At least 30.
Yeah.
How old are you right now?
I mean, I'm 26.
All right. I'm just thinking about it because I'm just thinking like there's a point in time where when you're close enough to people, right? Where you start thinking about like babysitting and shit, right?
Yeah.
But babysitting's a little annoying when you're like, yo, can you take care of my kid? It's way better.
Yeah.
When the kids are like, yo, can I stay the night at such and such's house?
Yeah.
And then now the person's just kind of like stuck with it.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I ain't going to say no to my kid because my kid is asking for such and such to stay the night.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best place. I think as once you start having kids stay the night at other kids' houses, that's the move. That's the way.
Yeah.
And then you dip out and you'll be like, all right, we drinking the night then.
Yeah. No, bro, because the homie Hunter, like, obviously he has his son.
Yeah.
And then, like, his wife was like, all right, guys, so, like, we decided, what if y'all think about having a kid, like, maybe next year? Because that way, he was like, if it's a girl, like, you know, like, Bennett would be, like, they'd be, like, kind of close in age where they could potentially date, get married, or, like, if it's a boy, they'd be, like, homies. But she was like, that way y'all enjoy y'all's first year of marriage. But then, like, you know, that way they're close enough in age to where, like, they could hang out. And I was like, that's super cute, but nah.
But nah.
Nah, but shouts out Benito, bro. I love Benito. He gave me baby fever. No cap. He really did.
It's one of those things where it will, but take care of a kid for, like, a day.
He's just so good. Like,
no, I get that.
He's such a good baby.
But, like, deal with a kid on your own where you're not, like, you don't have control.
He has screamed in my ear before, though, so it is kind of hard.
Nah, dog. I once took a kid out to an Olive Garden, and it threw up all over the table.
How old?
How old is the baby?
Yeah.
Like 5.
Oh, hell no. What do you do?
That's what I'm saying. That's what the fuck I'm saying. Like, I was such a nice, like, I was trying to be as nice as possible, and then the other problem is it's not your kid.
Yeah.
So you can't, like, discipline it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't, like, you don't know. Last thing you need... I actually tried to... the one time I tried to semi-discipline this kid, it tried to snitch on me.
Oh, hell no.
So this kid comes up to me and says, I want ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, what? I want ice cream. And I don't want to be the mean Theo or whatever. So I said, all right, pick up all of your toys from the floor and put them in your bag. Mm-hmm. And once you do that, I'll give you ice cream.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
He went and told his mom that I made him clean the whole house to get ice cream. I said, I wish I would have done that shit. Yeah. That would have been a better idea.
Yeah.
If I would have known that was on the table. If I'd have known he was going to go say that same shit, I'd have told him to clean the whole house.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I see that shit...
Bro, you didn't even at least be like, you got to say please, though.
I'm sure. That's automatic. Like, I'm always like... First of all, bitch, give me a fist bump. If you don't fist bump me, we ain't cool.
Yeah.
Right?
You got to acknowledge.
You got to acknowledge the fist. And we in a pandemic, so no high fives and shit. Yeah. Fist bumping. All right, he fist bumped me. Now we cool. Mm-hmm. All right. And from there, it's just that whole thing where it's like, I have like a certain, like, maybe 5 minutes of being annoyed before it starts showing. You know what I'm saying? And so by that time,
I do have that over you. I could go for hours, bro.
well, it depends on the situation, but there comes a certain point where like my cover, I'm not even. There comes a point where I say I want to let these people know to a degree, right?
Wait, actually, I'm not that good anymore. I'm getting old, bro. I can see why old people are cranky because like my ceiling is like lowering.
Bro, I can talk to Roman on the phone for like 7 minutes max. Like sometimes I'm like, bro, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, what is this conversation?
Well, you know, Socrates said that.
And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And he'll just like it'll just be like, I don't know if I told you the last thing. He's trying to talk about catching his own fish.
What does that even mean?
Instead of going and buying fish, because he was like, well, I think I might just dabble in fish.
I thought I thought he was trying to be metaphorical. He literally go and catch his own fish.
So instead of like, because he was like, you know, on the vegetarian trip, and then he was like, well, maybe I'm thinking about dabbling just in fish.
Bro,
and then he was
meat.
like, well,
Roman, just eat meat. I know you don't listen, but just eat meat, bro.
But then he's like, well, what if I catch my own fish? And then I had to remind him he's not good at fishing. And he was like, yeah, I remembered that. That's why I was like, that's not gonna work. So,
he would have to catch so many fish. What?
Yeah. I'm like, you don't even have a fishing license, dog. Like,
you gotta tell me what? You'd have to go so far to fish, bro. Is it like what, hour away?
Nah. If you're like, when I talk to Seth knows where to fish like almost anywhere.
Okay.
Like
but then also like what kind of fish too?
He knows where fish are gonna be. Now, so Roman doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He having to call Seth, hey yo, I'm looking for a bass. I'm looking for some red. You know where I can go?
Yeah, I saw this really neat
cod recipe. Yeah. You know where I can catch one of them?
Seth's gonna be like, what the fuck?
He'll tell him. But one thing Seth will do, though, is he'll tell you how you're not going to be successful.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. He'll be like, well, I know a place, but you ain't going to have much luck. Like, I'll tell you some shit like that.
Wait, bro, has Seth ever gone noodling?
Noodling?
Oh, you don't know what that is?
What is this?
Bro, ask Seth.
I don't know if I should call him right now.
Yeah, call him.
Is it a Caucasian term?
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, you busy?
Not really. What's up?
You're on the podcast. Pablo asked me if you've ever been noodling, and I don't know what that is.
No, I have not.
What is it?
You shove your hand in a hole in a muddy river and let a catfish bite your hand and you pull them out.
Yo, if that ain't the most white people shit.
That's some Oklahoma shit right there.
Yo, looking at your hand, it looks like you just went noodling.
Well, a lot of times there's snapping turtles in those holes.
You just gotta guess.
You can reach in and grab a snapping turtle and it'll ruin your day.
Well, he said you need to ask Seth if he's ever been noodling. I said, the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That's some Oklahoma shit, bro.
Damn. All right, dog. Appreciate it. Just had to ask.
Not a problem. No, I'm going.
All right, late. All right, so I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, bro.
So this like ice fishing, like closer to the equator.
Mm-hmm.
Because isn't that like what ice fishing is? You cut a little hole and then you just throw a line?
Yeah, but this is more like you're in like a grimy ass,
like a swamp or something?
Almost swamp looking thing, like where the water's just like brown. And you basically find like little hole or like big holes where like the catfish like to like chill. And you just stick your arm in or your leg in and hope for the best.
Sounds like a fisherman's glory hole. Like this shit.
Yeah.
This you're mad sketchy.
You are the bait.
Oh, the glory hole sketch. I mean, the glory hole bit that Dave Chappell was talking about. So let's
dive more into that.
So amidst the Dave Chappelle special coming out, the Dear White People showrunner or executive producer, like one of the main writers.
I didn't know she was white herself.
Was she white?
She looked white in the picture. I don't know.
Well, also, like, that's almost the point of the show. Like, the main character is half white. So, Dave Chappelle special comes out. Of course, he talks a lot about trans people. Talks a lot about a lot of people. But he has, his point to get across. Dear White People, that Netflix show where, like, something about this girl goes on a radio show at her school and starts, like, saying things that the white people need to hear or whatever the premise of the show is. I've seen it.
Isn't it just like, let's shame white people on a radio station?
No. I mean, there's way more to it. Like when you start getting into like, you've never seen it?
No.
It's a good show. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. I have not seen the most recent season.
I just thought it was gonna be like too much, like, and then like makes me cringe when.
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't too much. I actually enjoyed I enjoyed it, but what I will say is that when this most recent season came out, I did not flock to it. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, let me drop everything I'm doing. But when the Chappelle special dropped, I dropped everything I was doing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And watched it.
Yeah.
So with that being said is, girl, Netflix is going to choose. I mean, here's the thing. What are you wanting? Are you wanting Netflix to take down the special? Because that's not going to happen.
No.
So, do you want Netflix to not continue to make specials with him? Well, he just finished his Netflix contract, so he's not going to do that for a while anyway.
Exactly.
By the time he decides to come back and do another special, your show's going to be canceled and you're not going to be working with Netflix anymore.
I feel like this was, and this might sound wild, and you might have to shoot me, so I'm going to give you the gun. But this sounds like a lame attempt at getting views for the show.
I was going to say the same thing, and I was going to shoot you for it anyway. But what I will say is, yeah. Like, okay, on Netflix, I mean, if you're saying you're boycotting Netflix, let's be real. For one,
Let's keep it a buck, a real buck.
I have not cared to watch anything on Netflix for a while.
Yeah.
I've actually been on Hulu and HBO Max the most.
Yeah. I mean, shout out Outer Banks. My wife got me into that show.
Is that on Netflix?
Yeah, it's like poor white people like trying to treasure hunt.
Well, On My Block just came out their new season. I'm gonna watch that.
I still need to watch Hentrified.
I still need to watch Clickbait. And I still need to watch Squid Game.
Yeah, I need to watch Squid. Well, here's the thing. My life is too stressful right now to like be stressed by a TV show.
Is it supposed to be stressful? I mean, so far it's just good. I've watched half of the first episode. And I stopped halfway through because at one point as it was getting good, I was like, did Alicia want to watch this? So then I asked her and she was like, yes, I wanted to watch this.
Oh, okay.
So now I have to okay, I'm only halfway through the first episode. I'll wait.
Ruben described it to me like it's like stressful like watching Hidden Gems with Adam Sandler.
You mean?
Oh no, or Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems?
Uncut Gems. Sorry.
All right, bro.
Whatever. Uncut
That's
Gems.
disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it.
That's disrespectful to the comedy movie goat.
I'm sorry, Adam Sandler.
That's all borderline anti-Semitic.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Damn.
But what I will say is, yes, I mean, I'm halfway through the first episode. That's all I'm getting. But it's like, whoa, okay. I'm gonna wrap up the previous thing to basically say, homegirl, you're not gonna win a battle with Dave Chappelle. You're not gonna win a battle against comedians unless they've done something sexual. That's the only time comedians can legitimately go away, like Louis C.K., Bill Cosby, Chris D'Elia-ish. Once there's something that's not comedy that can get you canceled, then that's that. But you're not gonna cancel a good, established, successful comedian with a core fan base
who's been doing this way longer than you have
on jokes alone because everyone else understands the concept of comedy.
Yeah.
It's so annoying to me. I'm just getting tired of everyone being okay, when somebody says something on a stage intended for people to laugh,
yeah,
and then they go, no, it sounded like they really meant that. Okay, that just means they're fucking good. Yeah. Okay? If you see somebody in a movie and they're acting and you go, nah, it seems like they really that person.
Yeah, or when the dude from the 70s show played David Duke in Black Klansman, it's like if someone was like, No. He played David Duke a little too well.
Yeah. It's like, okay, he's just fucking good at his job.
Yeah.
You know, like the whole point of comedy is misdirection, making you think one thing and then throwing you off and like catching you like almost unsuspectingly where you're like, I was not supposed to laugh at that, like mentally, but it caught me so off guard that like it made me laugh almost instinctually. Like that's like the whole game. That's the whole art form of it.
And there's too many like actual comics too that like respect Dave like to the T, to where like there is no canceling Dave Chappelle.
And my whole thing is like, you hear like his story, the last story that he tells on that special.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And
bro.
to me, it's like a perfect example of you don't actually care about the issue because you bullied her potentially to the point of suicide.
Yeah.
So you don't care about trans.
Yeah, no, you don't. You just
care about being right.
Right, or care about looking like you're right.
Exactly. And it's like, well, could we say that the right thing to do is just be nice to people and like let people like enjoy what they enjoy? If this person enjoys comedy, then like let them enjoy this comedian, let them enjoy you know what they identify with. Just because my problem is, and this has been my problem with a lot of this stuff, is to me, it's about to be wild again. I don't know if you need to shoot me or whatever, but a lot of times, except for when it's like, you know, like I said, there's always cases where people genuinely feel this way. But I go back to the point of it seeming really trendy. And what I really feel is that a lot of people don't have an identity of any sort. They don't have a good career that they're going for them, where a lot of people identify with their career. They don't have a hobby that they're good at, so they can't identify with the hobby. They may not even have a family that they're close to identify with their family. So the only thing that they can identify is, well, I'm trans then, or I'm this then, and this is my identity, and this is what I identify as, and this is what
my whole personality.
I'll put everything into that. Exactly. As opposed to like my favorite type of people, which are people who have a skill, talent, and then a different thing about like that. Like I love gay comedians. I love gay artists. I love all these people because to me, it seems like I'm getting a different perspective than I would from a different artist. Yeah. Who just has like a normal experience like me. That's why I love listening to like women R&B artists, because I'm like, oh, I've never really listened to their perspective on this stuff, right? Like listening to like my favorite shit is when girls like rap or sing kind of like a dude would, where they're like talking
like
shit
when Meg Thee Stallion's XXL Cypher.
Yeah, but I like R&B with it. Like I like that and stuff, but I'm not gonna front. I'm getting a little annoyed with Megan because her substance hasn't changed at all. Yeah, like all the songs are the same song, just said it a different way, in my opinion. Yeah. And I know that's the deal with a lot of rappers, but the flow itself hasn't even changed enough. The production hasn't changed enough. The energy hasn't changed enough for me to be like, oh, I need to listen to this now. So I'm like,
would you say that? Because you know, like the critique was like, oh, blah 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 blah. Because my sister would always say like, guys don't really like. She said that like, guys never hated the thought music. They just didn't have an anthem for their own, and Drake gave that to us with Too Sexy.
That's not the anthem. Like I'm over that song. Like that song's dead to me.
Good.
Erase My Mind is the hottest song on Certified Lover Boy, period. It's an R&B song.
I don't remember that one.
He goes, I wanted you to erase my mind. I got the keys. Please. And that's where he starts talking about, like, imagine my signature on a pair of some J4s. So I don't know if he's, like, talking about, like, a Jordan 4 OVO collab coming soon and stuff like that. But that's the hardest song on the album. That's the best song on the album, hands down. So, everybody, go stream Erase My Mind. But what I will say is that, like, with Megan, it just seems like the energy doesn't change. Like, when I listen to, like, Janae Aiko, and I'm hearing, like, some almost borderline rap type songs where she's talking shit, and then some, like, love type songs. Yeah. Same vibe I get with Kalani. Reason I like Kalani is you can like identify with her in either way because she's bisexual. So she'll make like these like I'm gonna ride for my dude, like I'm trying to get this dude thing. But then she also has these anthems where like she's talking about like basically fucking bitches. So like she's kind of on some
I'm a fuck yo bitch type.
There's a song about like how like she's upset that this girl is with her best friend who's a dude because they kissed and they felt something and they always knew it was something between them. But damn, it just sucks that it's the best friend. He calls me family and stuff, but it's like, but I'm fucking your bitch. And then that girl was like, I got too caught up in it, almost called your name while he was in it. And I'm like, okay, like these things are like perspectives that I don't see on a daily basis. So it's interesting to me. And then it's a vibe. So like, I love when people have their perspective and they're able to share that from their perspective. Tim Dillon being like wildly edgy, but also gay is like a super interesting perspective when he does comedy, when he's on podcasts and stuff like that. But if your whole thing is I'm just gay and you need to listen to me, pay attention to me, and respect me solely based on that part of my identity, I don't know what I'm supposed to identify with. Like, I don't know what I'm trying. Like, I don't identify because I'm not. So, like, I need to see it in some way, right? Like, that's why I like the art. Like, I need to be able to identify and be able to be like, oh, I see your struggle or your perspective. But if you just, like, shit on everybody for not doing what you want, like, that just doesn't seem like, it just seems like you're
counterproductive too.
You're asking for way more than you're giving because you're not like giving us anything.
It's a two-way street.
Yeah,
you know, that's how relationships are. They go both ways. You know,
and that's how respect goes.
Yeah, that's
so. It's like you can't disrespect like whether it be like hip hop and disrespect like the culture that I identify with, and then expect like us to be like you're right. You're disrespecting my culture, but. Let me see what I can do to respect yours.
Oh, like when they're like, hip-hop is homophobic, and that's it.
And it's like, yo, like, there's been a lot of... I know that there's a lot of stuff in the inside, but, like, things have been changing.
I like how Lil Nas X goes at it. At like, the industry. Because, like, how you were saying, like, he's the only rapper that's like, yo, this is my dude. Like, y'all gonna see me in this music video, and they're gonna be holding my pockets.
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna be out here, like... metaphorically speaking gay like I did the first time. I'll be like, I'm fucking these
dudes.
You know what I mean? That's the energy he's on. And I'm like, yo, I respect that. I respect that.
He's like, I'm in the bathroom sucking your dudes.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And that's the vibe. I might be at the Met Gala pulling your dude who in the closet. Is what might happen. And the industry just has to deal with it. And then, oh my gosh, when I saw him at the Met Gala, him and Frank Ocean chilling together. I was like, oh. They were allegedly talking about a collaboration.
Ooh.
I just want to see Frank Ocean out the fucking house.
Yeah, he had that weird robot baby.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also just curious to see, like, for the next project Frank comes out with.
I just need a full album.
I need a full album, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of emotion behind it because his brother passed away, and, like, the industry's changed. I think, like, the view towards gay people has, like, evolved in a way where it's more polarizing.
When he came out with Thinking About You and then said this song is about a dude, which I don't know how you listen to that song and not realize it's about a dude.
I don't know. You just think about the vibes.
True. But then he also had, on that same album, he had the song Forrest Gump.
I mean, I just thought he really liked the movie.
No, dog.
I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying that, like, I mean, I'm just saying I'm feeling the vibes. Maybe because he was chilling
with Odd Future at the time, and it was like, maybe he's just joking.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of like, it's a vibe. I'm not looking at these things to be like, I don't know. Like, I'm not constantly looking for pause moments. You know what I mean? Like, when they come, it's funny. But I'm not listening to a song and be like, bro, that shit sounded gay.
Bro, but I just realized this. There's an episode in the Boondocks where they talk about cancel culture before cancel culture even happened. And I'm just saying it makes sense with this whole, like, Dave thing and everything. If you know what I'm talking about, go look for it. It's a good episode. For all y'all haters, y'all can shut the up, bro. Houston's here to stay. We out here. I'm just saying, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
So, we've been killing it. And Astros are in the playoffs right now. And we really out here. I went to the game not the game before the playoffs, but the game before the game before?
I think we were at the same game.
What day? I was in a game. I was at a game on Saturday.
When they played the Rays?
No. The A's.
Oh, okay. So I saw the game where they played the Rays. So it was the series before the A's.
Okay, so I was there for the series for the A's on Saturday, and I was already I was uncertain about how the game was going to go because we were already in. We were already in by that point.
Yeah.
So it was like we kind of didn't have to.
You don't have to try.
So I'm thinking are they not going to be putting their best people out there? Are they going to try to I wasn't sure.
They came out swinging.
They came out fucking swinging.
No mercy.
And it was insane.
No, because it's fuck you guys. Y'all bullshitted and treated us like shit. Nah, even though we already in the playoffs, fuck you. We're still coming at you.
We're gonna come for our home field advantage. We're gonna go for everything.
Yeah.
And they have been. And then they had Paul Wall yesterday. They had Bun or Slim Thug or something the day before.
Yeah.
Mattress Mac out there. They're doing it.
Bro, Bun B was at the game last night or yesterday because they also not giving us prime time, and F y'all, give us some prime time.
Right? I'm over here at work at 3 trying to fucking
bro.
live stream.
No, they don't give us prime time, bro. It's bull crap. And also, can we talk about the fact that New York had talked so much mess, the Yankees had talked so much mess, but they ain't even out here?
Where they at though? They inside.
They inside.
They inside.
Bro, they took our best pitcher. And they still inside.
And now look at our pitcher out here fucking throwing shit they ain't never seen before.
So, bro, I was looking at Bun B's social on Instagram, and he added this video. He's at the Astros game yesterday, and then he's like, "Yo, I don't fuck with you, fuck you." And it was Ted Cruz, and he's like, Ted Cruz is standing right there, and he's like, "Man, fuck you. Where you going, huh, Cancun?"
Yo, about your boy Ted. Hear what he said about the Kyrie thing. So first of all, you've heard about the Kyrie thing?
No, I haven't heard about the Kyrie thing.
Kyrie is refusing to get vaccinated.
Okay.
And so he plays for the Nets.
The wildest thing he said. I mean, he's also flat earth.
Yeah. But he plays for the Nets, and New York is mandating that if you home games, you have to have vaccination. You have to be vaccinated. And then San Francisco or something like that, or California, one of them is asking the same thing. So if he will not be able to play any home games.
Yeah.
And he won't be able to play any of the California games. So it's we're talking about millions and millions, $50 million that he's turning down to not get vaccinated.
It's his choice.
Well, that's what Ted Cruz said. Ted Cruz had the fucking audacity to say, Kyrie, your body, your choice.
Damn. I love that they don't see the irony in that.
They do, though. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz loves to do that shit, but it's
But he's just he doesn't have the charisma, bro. Shut the fuck up.
It's just not. It's not fun when he says it.
Yeah.
When Trump says shit, it's I don't know, man. As much as as terrible as it is, it's fucking funny, dog. But with Ted Cruz, I'm bruh, it's just fucking annoying.
Shut up, bro. You're not cute.
But you did see that apparently he ain't the Zodiac killer.
I don't believe that, bro. He's a Zodiac.
It was Gary.
Gary who?
Oh, it was Gary.
Bro, it's Ted Cruz. Bro.
It was fucking Gary.
Ted Cruz said, "Hey man, you got to take some heat off of me. You got to take this heat off of me. They're on my trail."
How anticlimactic is that? All these years, and then they're like, "Yeah, it was some dude named Gary, but he died in 2018."
Yeah, that's so weird.
And then you go onto his Facebook, and the only thing that you can publicly see that's shared is him agreeing with the Casey Anthony verdict for her being not guilty. It's the only thing.
Fuck.
I'm oh.
Bro, I wonder how many more murders he committed.
I don't know if he
because when you're serial, bro, you just can't. You're sick. You can't stop.
Yeah, but if you listen to any of those true crime podcasts and shit like that, they just talk about how bad of a murderer he even was. There's certain situations where he didn't even murder the person. Someone else had already started the murder and he just stumbled across it and then finished the job, but then didn't even finish it correctly. And that was the reason that they were able to ID him and sketch him the first time. Mm-hmm. So it's apparently I think he was just more so into the puzzles and into
being cryptic.
Yeah. Than really out here just murdering people. Now they were super gruesome. They were I have a theory that he was someone who was really mentally deranged as most are.
Yeah.
And he actually had like medication to chill him out, and they would go stints because it would be like 1 or 2 years or some shit.
Yeah.
It was like 5 people. Like it wasn't like I know it doesn't. I'm playing it down only because nowadays, like you've seen like the Vegas shooting where it's like hundreds of fucking people now, like in one day.
Yeah.
So it's like 5 people over like a 1 or 2 year stint doesn't hold up as much nowadays. But I know it was like, it's just more so that I think he would like go off his rocker on some Kanye shit, do some wild shit, and then like finally calm down and be like, I ain't gonna kill no more. Because it was years.
Until I will.
Until I will say I won't. Well, I mean, he was the one basically pleading with one of like the investigators saying, if you stop looking for me, I'll stop killing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there was like, they keep on trying, they keep on looking, and then he would do more.
Have you ever seen the Night Stalker
documentary or whatever?
Documentary?
Nah.
Bro, that one's crazy. And it bums me out that he was Hispanic.
It happens, dog.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the one with the messed up teeth?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I do know what you're talking about. Damn, I didn't even put a timer on this one.
No, we straight. We out here. But anyway, Astros in the playoffs. Catch us in the World Series.
We're going to be out there. If we in the World Series.
We're going to give y'all a reason to keep hating.
Who? Damn.
They hate us because they ain't us.
They do hate us because they ain't us. And I want to get into some other sports things here because
if you ain't swinging down Westheimer, what are you doing?
Real talk.
Real talk.
Pull up with the swangers to the Minute Maid Stadium.
Oh.
Yo, if they throw swangers on the train.
They have to.
They have to throw swangers on the train.
Yeah, it has to be candy paint.
Yeah.
And, Paul Wall has to be the one driving it.
That'd be a vibe.
It's like a robotic Paul Wall, it's not really him.
Yeah.
He's got stuff to do.
He's got stuff to do.
All right. I think he'd be down. I could see that. Let's replace a train with a swanger and a robotic Paul Wall.
That'd be the vibe.
Out. Yeah.
I really want to talk about this Jake Paul, Tommy Fury thing.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw the bet or what happened.
Yes.
So
he you send it to me.
So
he's gonna have to change.
So we're gonna. I want to just play this audio and then we'll talk about it.
Official response to Tyson Fury. He just said that if his little brother Timmy Fury loses to me, that he will make him quit boxing and he's gonna have to change his last name. He will no longer allowed to be a Fury.
His name's Fury. If he can't beat Jake Paul, I'll have to change his name. How about that?
So you know me, I'm a betting man. I like to make bets. So I'm putting my money up right now. Tommy, if you beat me, I will give you an extra $500,000. However, if you lose, you have to change your last name for 1 year to Tommy Fumbles. Deal or no deal? I'm putting the money up. Are you confident? Official response to Tyson Fury.
So on top of the $1 million he's already being offered, he can get, $1.5 million if he wins.
Okay.
Now he's got to be Tommy Fumbles for a whole year.
He won't be allowed to be a Fury. He can't go back to Fury.
He can't go back to Fury, and if he fumbling like that, dog. So I just love this shit. I mean, because...
What did he respond? You have to respond.
Well, here's what all I saw was that it goes, Tommy has accepted the bet.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bank robbery has commenced.
And that's what Jake has posted and saying Tommy has accepted the bet.
Okay.
That was a day ago. The video was 2 days ago, so it says the bet. Since Tyson Fury says if Timmy loses to me, he'll make him change his last name. So then Tommy Fury, if you beat me, I will pay you an extra $500,000. However, if I beat you, then you have to change your name to Tommy Fumbles for 1 year. So he just typed it out.
Okay.
So I like these things because it always makes the fight a little more interesting. Like you saw the I love Jake Paul tattoo that Woodley got on his middle finger, knowing that it's just going to wash off.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Jake's going to give him the rematch. I don't think so. I mean, he's obviously chasing this Tommy Fury fight.
I don't think he's going to give him the rematch.
I mean, if I'll be honest, he was already supposed to get the tattoo for losing the fight.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, I get it. It's fun to like keep on going, but it's like you were already supposed to get the tattoo.
Yeah.
So kind of switching it and being like, well, I'll get the tattoo if I get the rematch.
Yeah.
is kind of like.
It's like if he would have gotten 2 tattoos.
But for me, it's kind of seeming desperate on the Woodley front now. Or I'm just like, because I think he kind of knows like he doesn't have another opportunity to get a bigger
bag like that.
Yeah, and like a better like view and fight like that. Like this is the fight. If he's gonna do anything else right now, this is the fight that people want to see. It's not him fighting anyone else. Jake Paul, they want to see Jake Paul fight someone else.
Yeah.
But Woodley, you only want to see. It's like right now. What do you want to see Ben Askren do?
Nothing.
Except for maybe fight Jake again. Even then. Same thing with
I don't know, man. It was
any
a
of the other
one-punch done. I don't know
Yeah.
that I would want to see that again.
So my thing is like you don't want to see them do anything else
Yeah.
right now unless it's dealing with Jake because he's the one kind of holding it all together and pulling it all in. So it's like I want to see this Tommy Fury fight. I want to see what he can do as far as like being entertaining. I mean, he was on like Love Island or some shit. So it's like you should have some entertainment background then, right?
Yeah.
Like you should be able to make this interesting. Why haven't I heard anything from this kid?
I don't know.
Why is it all behind the scenes? Why is Jake carrying this whole thing?
We'll see at the face-off.
Well, we'll see if we get a fucking fight announcement first.
Will they make out at the face-off? I don't know.
Speaking of fight announcements, though, there's a heavy speculation that we're gonna get a Logan Paul Mike Tyson fight.
Oh, I saw that. That'd be crazy. Logan, I don't think Logan's good enough to fight.
I think he is.
I don't know, bro. That'd be terrifying.
51 years old.
But when he's in the ring, he's a different monster.
Is he though? He was. He's literally taken so many drugs to rewire his brain from that I'm sure he can kind of get into that mode-ish. But I think he's more into like getting into that mode, talking and stuff. I don't know if he has it in him. He's gonna be high when he fights. He was high when he fought.
Yeah.
So like.
But I don't know, bro. His videos of him training are still terrifying to me.
Yes, but like Logan's big.
But one Tyson punch, all Tyson has to do is land one.
Are you sure that those Tyson punches are like that at this age, though? That's the thing.
I think so.
They can look good, but I don't know if they do the damage at this age.
All right, 2 Tyson punches.
We'll see. This will actually be an interesting one to see then.
Okay.
It's not like Jake Paul. I mean, it's not like Logan's ever won a fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even. This is all just for like visuals because it's kind of like I don't know with that, but I'm really excited to see these 2 fights go off.
Still outside
because we still outside.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how boomer you are.
I don't know enough. My sister calls me a boomer.
Are you on Facebook like that?
Not really.
Do you call it el face?
God, no.
Like, have you ever like been talking?
I say that to like my mom to like clown her.
Yeah, like, pon en el face.
Yeah.
Mira lo que vi en el face.
Yeah.
So, all the tias were tripping
for
like
bro.
6 hours.
They didn't know what to do.
They didn't know what to do at all. They couldn't stalk their nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
I know, bro. And then
Well, actually, whenever the worst part about it.
What did the whistleblower say, or like what really happened? 'Cause I just saw that everything was down, and I didn't really care.
So there's the kind of conspiracy with that because the whistleblower is separate from the outage. The whistleblower was already set
a perfect storm.
The whistleblower was already set to speak, and the whistleblower was saying things like girls who suffer with anorexia, like because of the way the algorithm and stuff works, they're getting anorexia content that's like exacerbating their anorexia and like making them feel worse. And like Mark Zuckerberg knows about this, and like they're just keep on keeping on.
It works.
Yeah,
he's fine with making people crazy.
And so like that was happening where some people theorized that Facebook shut their shit down on purpose so that stuff couldn't be shared for like that 6 hours. Right? Like if this whistleblower is going to come out, then everyone who's using Facebook's not going to be able to get that information. You know what I mean? So it was all of Facebook's products. So every Mexican be using WhatsApp.
Yeah. Yeah, it was WhatsApp.
It was WhatsApp. It was Facebook. It was Instagram.
Hey,
it
man,
was Oculus.
For 6 hours, no one got to see any anti-vax propaganda. So, I mean...
That's on Twitter.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, like, Hispanic moms.
And I mean,
they couldn't get it from WhatsApp. They couldn't get it from Facebook. So,
Instagram was the one that was for me. I was like, just refresh it. And I was just sitting on that same page.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I can't see stories. Like, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But then I just went to Twitter and I was chilling. But, like, I also was working, like, you know what I mean? Like an American. So, like, it wasn't like I was probably about 30 minutes that I was trying to get on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I realized, oh, shit. And then by the time I finally was able to come back to it, it was up.
Yeah.
So, like, it didn't affect me like that. I do...
Same, I was working. I was like...
I do feel bad for people whose, like, businesses kind of solely rely on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah. That's so, like, gets to me where it's like... There's some people that don't even want to be on socials but have to because of their businesses.
And they can't even, like, talk to clients.
Yeah.
They can't do anything. They're pretty much just locked.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a thing where I was like, damn, that definitely does suck. What if you, like, broadcast things on Facebook Live? Like, what if there are certain things that, like, you kind of do for your business and you can't? Like, I understand that.
Yeah.
It didn't affect me like that.
Right. Like, let's say we would, like, live stream, which I don't think we ever will.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff like that where it's like, okay, these things did get affected, but it's just crazy. He lost multiple billions. Like 7 billion or something.
Yeah, but he's still like a top dog, he lost a disgusting amount of money and it did nothing to his net worth.
It is crazy, but isn't that so wild though? How much money you can lose in 6 hours from like your shit just not. Because I don't know how real. So basically, the DNS server or whatever the fuck, I don't know, computer shit like that.
Bro, he just went in there and turned that shit off. He unplugged it.
Apparently, what happened is like it all got rerouted. Like the phone number, like the internet phone number of however that shit works to communicate was rerouted. So people weren't able to get to it. And then so much so that the Facebook people tried to go to the office to fix it, and their key cards wouldn't open the building. So it was like a full-on, like, shit show.
Yeah.
And so, like, so much so that I was seeing, like, people alleging that Facebook.com was up for sale, like that they had put Facebook.com up for sale, that they had taken 1.5 billion users' data and was trying to sell it on the dark web.
Oh, I saw that, and I was like, bro, that already happened.
So there's just a lot of these things where it's like, whoa, that is crazy, especially because Facebook people are the crazy people. And, I definitely could see.
Which is what's funny. They're the ones that are the most worried about my information, blah, 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 blah.
And they're just posting shit on Facebook all the time in these groups.
Yeah. Which is like, okay, then why are you here, bro?
Right?
You should just be, like, communicating with smoke signals. If you, like, if you were truly insane.
Yeah. Sometimes I just think they fake insane, like they performative insane.
That's what I think. Yes, bro. There's no way someone's that insane. Or you just don't see the irony.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's a weird one on this. But.
Or like when it's like, no, I don't trust Apple, so I have an Android.
And it's like, bro, Android is so much worse. Someone could just hack you so much easier with an Android.
Yeah. And it's like, they still have your info, bro. It's still the same thing.
It's still the same exact thing.
Yeah. It's like, nah, bro. I don't want to be like, I don't know. It's so stupid.
But
they don't have my face, though.
They don't have my face, though. That's my favorite one when they like don't want to trust Face ID and stuff like that. But I think we got a good amount of stuff on this one. Like we covered more than I thought we were gonna be able to go through. The Chappelle stuff just had me heated because
me too, bro. Like when I saw that, I was like, "Are y'all serious? Like you did not pay? You didn't even watch the special." It's like how people sometimes are just ready to hate. Like they're not even gonna watch it. They're not even gonna do, but they're like cocked and loaded, waiting to hate.
So that's my thing. They like already had their thing pre-written out. But thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Those things help out. Just share it. To be honest, like just grab it and be like, "Yo, you know who I think would think this is funny? Tia Flora," and then send that shit over.
Yeah, and like if you're from Houston and we rapping for the city, if you want to ride with us,
let us know. Hit the comments. hit the bells just so you know when shit comes out.
If you want to swang down Westheimer to this podcast,
pull on over to Westheimer.
do it.
And we're going to be swinging.
Yeah.
So, see you next week. We're going to be here. Season 3.
We out here.
We out.
Still outside.